Hi, I'm Ken Steele, host of 10 with Ken. Our team recently went on site to the University of Waterloo to profile its Velocity Garage. If you haven't watched or listened to the full episode, please check it out on any of a dozen channels where you might be watching this video. Our day included interviews with dynamic young entrepreneurs about their startup companies, their amazing new products, and of course their experience with Velocity. Since these young entrepreneurs were so generous with their time, we thought we should share more of their interviews with you than we could squeeze into the one episode. Here's our full interview with Daniel MacKenzie, the Chief Technology Officer at HealthIM.
Daniel MacKenzie. I'm the CTO of HealthIM.
Are you a current student, a recent student at Waterloo?
A relatively recent graduate. My co-founder and I graduated in June of 2015.
And what program were you in?
I was in computer science, and co-founder was arts and business psychology.
And can you tell us, in a nutshell, what HealthIM is?
Yeah. So HealthIM is a software platform that helps enhance police mental health crisis response. Mental health is a big issue these days, and police are often the first responders to some of these situations. So we build software tools that help them gather their observations and help communicate it with their the healthcare partners and try and make everything better for everyone involved. So when police respond to a call, they use our system and they enter their observations into, they usually have cruisers mounted in the police cars. So our system captures it and produces a report, helps them analyze the situation a little bit. And then if the situation calls for bringing someone to hospital, we actually send the report to the hospital ahead of time. So the hospital and the clinical staff are aware of exactly what's going on, as well as if there are any past incidents. We help inform them about historical events. So the entire system and the police observations is captured for police, for future reference, as well as for the hospital staff, so everyone knows what's going on.
So the police are recording records of mental health issues that maybe wouldn't have resulted in charges, wouldn't have resulted in an official police record otherwise? Is that the idea?
Yeah, and it's definitely not necessarily charges. Like right. They're capturing notes about these incidents anyway. We're providing them a structured way of gathering the information and helping them ask the right questions. So it's more just helping them form what they're seeing this already. Their professional experience, like they deal with it on a daily basis. So we're giving them a way to gather it and look it up later, and then communicate it efficiently to their community partners.
And there was nothing like this previously. This is something that police departments are demonstrating a lot of interest in.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, this is brand new. The paper version of our assessment was piloted with some services in Ontario, but this is the first full software system around it. So.
Mm-hmm. I think this is a really cool idea. Did you see it just because of the incidents in the news of the police dealing with people that had mental issues where it could have been resolved in a better way?
Yeah, we didn't just come up with this kind of out of the blue. We were involved in the healthcare space a bit with some software development, and we got put in touch with a PhD at the university, former police officer, and his thesis was on a screening tool for police. It was paper-based at the time, so we basically kind of worked with the PhD and said, this is amazing research. We think we can take this and build it into a whole system. So that was where we kind of got some of the first ideas, and we worked with some local services to build prototypes, and that took off from there. We started working in the healthcare space with software development, writing some software apps for emergency departments. Through those contacts, we got put in touch with a PhD at the university, former police officer, and he wrote his thesis on this screening tool for police. It was designed to help them gather their observations in more clinical terms. So we met with him, saw a great opportunity with what he was working on, and then figured we could build an entire software system around it to actually put it in the real world. So.
And what stage are you at in the Velocity lingo? Phase 1, 2, 3. Yeah. Are you at phase 2?
We're stage 3. So we are fully in market. We have full paying police services in Southern Ontario that are working with us so far. So yeah, excellent. It's very exciting.
Yeah. And was Velocity part of the reason why you came to the University of Waterloo?
Not initially. We kind of got involved with Velocity in second year. My co-founder stayed at the Velocity residence for a term. So that was kind of our initial exposure to the program. And we heard lots about it on campus, lots of events and stuff like that. So that was kind of where it started.
What's important about what Velocity offers to a startup company like yours?
Yeah, tons of support. Not just space and funding. Those are a couple of examples, but it's mentorship as well. Whenever we have questions, if there's anything that we haven't done or we're struggling with, or we have questions, they've got tons of feedback, mentorship, and they've been really helping us along the way with that. So.
Do you hear from anyone at other institutions about accelerator programs there? Do you have a sense of how Velocity is distinct or different from other university incubators?
I don't have a lot of experience with the other ones in particular, and that actually might be a difference in itself. I don't hear about the other ones very much. Velocity has a very strong presence, and they're like the companies that are here are doing great things, and just there's a lot of exposure there and bringing lots of attention to the university and the Velocity program. So.
Can you take yourself back to the process of getting this started? Was there a point at which you decided you wanted to be an entrepreneur, or was it more about the problem solving? I guess I'm curious about that process of figuring out that entrepreneurship is right for you.
Yeah, I think I was always kind of predisposed to it. I really liked doing a lot of different things in high school and university. Like the union of business and technology was something that was very very interesting to me. And entrepreneurship really fits that bill, especially with like at Waterloo. It's everywhere. Like there are tons of opportunities for it. So I was kind of already trying to think in those kinds of ways, and throughout undergrad, just exploring different opportunities and ideas. And this one ended up sticking. So we were able to then build a company around it. So.
Now, you didn't stay in residence, but your co-founder did.
Yep.
Velocity Residence is certainly one of those programs that when I heard about it, I had not heard of anyone else doing it. And at this point, I don't think anyone in Canada has an incubator residence like that.
That's true. Yeah, I don't think so.
What's particularly good about that program, when you say the Velocity Residence, based on what you've heard?
Yeah, and it was a great experience for my co-founder as well. You get to, especially earlier on when you're trying to formulate ideas, you're in a space where everyone that you're living with is also trying to formulate ideas, figure out, is entrepreneurship right for them? What are they working on? Could they form a team of like-minded individuals that could actually build something? So you're surrounded constantly by your peers that are of like mind. So I think that really helps the process.
Right. Right. Do you think after this company is up and running, do you feel like you're going to go back to graduate study, or are you firmly enjoying the world of entrepreneurship now?
It's funny, actually. My co-founder is currently doing a master's to support what we're doing. So I would say graduate studies isn't out of the question. It would probably be in a field that would support what we were doing. So we would further our education to help build a stronger business. So, yeah.
Excellent. Yeah. All right. Well, good luck with your endeavors, and
thank you very much.
Thank you so much for taking a few minutes out to talk to me today.
Absolutely. More than happy to. Thank you.
Thanks.
10 with Ken is a production of Eduvation Inc., copyright 2017. I'm available for conference keynotes, campus PD events, board retreats, and committee workshops, in person or now virtually too. For more information, please visit www.eduvation.guru or 10withken.com.